The Dallas Mavericks suck. What's up, NBA fans? It's your boy Mike here, coming at another NBA team, and today the victim is the Dallas Mavericks, the team who is currently 13th in the Western Conference. This is craziness, especially to a lot of you, because before the season, a ton of people were telling me that the Mavericks were going to be a top 3 seed in the West, they were going to be legit title contenders, they were going to be the best team out there besides the Lakers, and I never quite bought into the hype that much. However, I still 100% had this team making the playoffs, I'm not going to lie, okay? I thought, 6th, 5th seed for the Mavs sounds pretty reasonable. They're going to have a great offense, their defense is going to improve a little bit, they're making the playoffs, and they're going to be a very tough first or second round exit. But no, instead, they're sucking booty. 13th in the West. That is, in case you didn't know, 13th out of 15th is a bad number. I'm not good at math, but even I know 13th out of 15 is terrible. Like, you come in that in Mario Kart, your siblings are freaking roasting yo ass. I would not know. I always come in first. You can ask my sisters. It's a true fact. I never lose at Mario Kart. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the Mavericks. So let me stop talking about video games and getting right into it, alright? The Dallas Mavericks have fallen off a cliff this season on both ends of the floor. Last year, they had the best offensive rating in the league, including in league history, and the 18th ranked defense. This year, they have the 15th ranked offense and the 26th ranked defense. That's terrible. What the hell has happened to this team? I don't really know, but we're going to try to look at some stuff and figure it out. First of all, the offense. The offense comes down to a few things. First of all, this team does not pass the ball whatsoever. They are 25th in passing, and that's terrible. They pass very little, and at this point, I really think some of the blame, quite a decent amount of the blame in this case, has to go to Rick Carlisle, the coach. They might need to get a new coach. Rick Carlisle has been known as a very good coach in the NBA for a long time, but the dude is clearly not doing a good job with this team. There's no reason for the Mavs to be near the bottom of the league in assists, alright? Luka Doncic is averaging 9 a game. The only other person on the team averaging more than 2 assists is Jalen Brunson, who's averaging 3.5. And yeah, the team almost never turns the ball over. They're top 5 in, turning the ball over. Like not turning the ball. You know what I'm saying. They're good at not turning the ball over. But the assists need to go up. And that is part of the issue for Luka Doncic, but we're going to get into that in a little bit, alright? The team is very efficient overall, but the stars have not been. Luka is kind of having his sophomore slump in his third year right now. 28, 9, and 9. Absolutely incredible numbers. However, 46% from the field. I think he could do a little bit better than that. We expect a little bit better than that after the insane year he had last year. 31% from 3. Sorry, I had to yawn there. 31% from 3 on 7 attempts a game is bad. Josh Richardson, who they traded Seth Curry, arguably the best non-star shooter in the league for, is shooting 30% from 3 on 5 attempts. Jay Rich, I like you. I like Josh Richardson a lot, but the man has not been getting it together on offense. I don't know what happened to him when he left the Heat, but he completely lost his ability to shoot the basketball. The dude has been bad this year, and it's looking like the Sixers got a steal trading Jay Rich for Curry. Tim Hardaway, 39%, he's actually shooting very well, but Dorian Finney-Smith is shooting 33% on 5 attempts. Kristaps Porzingis is shooting 33% from 3 on 6 attempts a game, and only 46% from the field. 46% from the field is not a bad number for most players, but it's pretty bad when you're 7 feet 2 inches tall. Okay, KP is like 7'2", 7'3". This dude needs to be shooting over 50% from the field. Or at least 48, 49%. Okay, I'm kind of nitpicking here, but Porzingis has been underperforming this year, and that's part of the team's problem. Alright? They also don't rebound very well. Luka and KP are, damn. Why am I freaking yawning right now? Luka and KP are really the only guys getting boards on this team. Their defense is atrocious. I really thought J-Rich was going to make them a better defensive team, but they just haven't been. And I think the biggest issue is once again, or well, not once again, but the biggest issue here is Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis has fallen off a cliff defensively this year. He just looks kind of slow out there. I don't know if he's still recovering from his injury or what's up with him, but the dude was a good defender last season, despite the fact that he really doesn't, like, the man should be a center because of his height, but he plays power forward anyway. But he was a very good defender last year, and this year he just hasn't been. Meanwhile, you also got guys like Trey Burke who are getting more minutes despite the fact that they're a god-awful defender. You know, any of the Sixers fans following me are probably like, oh, Trey Burke is fucking god. Seriously, for those of you who aren't Sixers fans, I don't understand the Sixers fan base who fucking love Trey Burke. I never liked him on the team. Don't like him now. The dude's randomly become, like, insanely overrated just because Brett Brown didn't play him enough minutes or whatever. Trey Burke's trash, okay? He's actually decent on offense, but he's trash on defense, and he's not as good on offense as some of you act like he is. Anyway, that is part of their defensive issues. All right, Josh Richardson hasn't been as good as he probably should have been. The dude's just looked off. Luka, Tim Hardaway, you know, these guys are pretty much average defenders. Maxey and Dorian and Jalen Brunson, James Johnson, Dwight Powell. You just got a bunch of guys. You don't have a single elite defender on this team. You know, Kristaps Porzingis was significantly above average before, and he's really fallen off. Josh Richardson is still above average, but he's not nearly like, he's not like the borderline all-defense guy he looked like he was going to become 2 years ago in Miami. They're just not good on defense. Meanwhile, the offense has fallen off a cliff. Okay? Going from the best offense in the league to number 15 is terrible, and this team should still be really good. Trey Burke has been having a decent enough season, 9 points on good efficiency. Luka, 27 and 9, like, should be doing good. Josh Richardson is still putting up 13 points on 42% shooting. Josh Richardson actually has been bad, even though his free throws have been 92%. Like, other than that, he's just been terrible. Tim Hardaway, 17 points on very good efficiency. Porzingis, 20 points on not so good efficiency. Then you got the other guys, you know, like Jalen Brunson has really been a standout this year. He's been great. I said Burke. Dwight Powell and Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, you know, they do their thing. They're not big players, but, like, they come in and do what they need. The issue is the stars here. Luka and Porzingis have been the real problem for this team, and I would say the coaching. All right? Part of the issue with the passing is on Luka. The dude needs to move off ball more. He needs to have a higher usage rate. He needs to have a few less turnovers, maybe. He has 4 a game. He is part of the problem, but I think the main issue is the coach. And honestly, at this point, I think the Mavs need a new coach. You need a coach who is going to make this team pass more. This team would thrive in a Steve Kerr-like offense, where you just have everybody passing the ball and getting open shots all the time and a ton of off-ball movement, but they're not doing that. Instead, Luka has the ball 99% of the time, unless he's giving it to Porzingis, who's going to miss his shot. And it's just bad. Nobody gets easy open looks, and because of that, a lot of guys, especially Luka Doncic, are not shooting very well. Porzingis, like I said, he hasn't been shooting well either. He needs to get it together. I'm hoping he will fix his issues if he can stay healthy for once. Luka is actually a bigger problem, though, in my opinion. Now, Luka has been great. Not trying to say he hasn't been a great player. However, after last season, we expected another, at least small jump, or at least him to play on the same level, and he's actually gotten worse, and he's part of his own problem. Yeah, he doesn't get open shots from other guys, and I think that's partially the coaching, but it's also partially the fact that Luka Doncic does not move off ball well whatsoever. That is something he really needs to work on. The dude needs to learn to just, like, run around the court more and come off screens, and I know he's got a massive usage rate. It's very James Harden-esque, where, like, the dude does so much with the ball that it just, like, kind of gives him an excuse off the ball, except it doesn't really, because Luka's also not as good on offense as James Harden, which is part of his three-point issues. He takes a ton of contested three-point shots that he's just not good enough at. James Harden makes 36% of these shots, and he's one of the best shooters in NBA history. Luka is a good shooter, but he is not one of the best in NBA history, and because of that, he only makes 31% of them. Yeah, he'll have a highlight shot every single game, but that ignores the 3 or 4 bricks he hit right before that. The man needs to chill with his shot selection. He needs to hit better shots. He needs to take better shots, and he needs to move off ball to get himself open. So coaching's been a problem, and Luka's offense has been a problem. The stars in general have been a problem on offense. So what does this mean for the Mavericks? Well, in the brutal Western Conference right now, this is a bold statement, I know, but I think the Mavs are going to miss the playoffs. At this point, they're really far down, and even though the games are pretty close, I don't know how they can fix this issue during the season unless they just fire the coach and get someone really good to replace him. I think they're going to miss the playoffs this year, and this is going to be seen as kind of a wasted year. Now, I don't believe it's a big deal. Luka is very young. Porzingis is young, even though he has injury issues. This is a young team. They have a lot of cap space this offseason to potentially get a guy like Kawhi or whoever's available. They can get a bunch of role players. They can do a good job this offseason, get a better coach, and come back next year as actual contenders. But this season, it's kind of looking like a bust. The Mavs are kind of looking like a bust. And that's all I really got to say to end this video, guys. If you enjoyed watching, please like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed hearing me talk about the Mavs, and if you did, you'll probably like hearing me talk about some other teams, so go check out some of my other videos. Thank you again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.